Hello, everyone. There's the light. How are we doing today? Puppies came in, made a mess, and left before the games could start. How are we today? Guys, I hope we're doing well. Welcome, YouTube chatters. Welcome, Twitch chatters. We have a small, simple, but honestly, it's going to be a fun CSL today, I think. All right. Just wait on the player. Sends it to smaller one. We'll probably cast all the series, but I want to double check with everyone, of course, first. All right, just conferring with the players. One of them, of course, now that we're all old, we have dads in the chat. We're like, well, got to make sure kids don't wake up. I'm like, well, is there anything we can do to help with that? Man, it's crazy that we got so many dads here. We're all getting old, chat. Can you believe that? All right. All right. Let's take a quick look at the bracket. Boomercraft. Thank you, Vok. I love my BWCL caster shirt. Still working, seeing if we can get some BWL shirts made up for everyone who wants them. I wanted to get like a team captain one where you can order one customized with your team on it, but between the shop and still waiting on confirmation to even do it, it's a bit of a mess. But we have Ash return, obviously our favorite boy from Ash. Sorry, NCX, Turtle, and who else is in Ash? And we have Cost Phoenix, a StarCraft 2 player who is very interested in Brood War these days, which we love to see. We love to see StarCraft 2 players coming in and playing Brood War. And then, of course, we have our staples, Suri and Von Klopson, a couple of Giga Chads of the scene. Love to see them hanging around. So, yeah, simple day. All right. All right. All right. So we'll do Return versus Cost Phoenix here. Cast that, and we'll have the third place, and of course the finals. You're Are you in the CSL Discord? You gotta get them ping, brother. Oh. Uh. Let's see here. No. Wait. Uh. I don't think there was a change in the map pack. Have we released a new map pack, Sturry? I don't think we have. Have we? Did we ever? Oh, we did. That's right. Well, yeah, I guess that was a month ago. Yes, we did release the new map pack. I couldn't remember if we released the new one with Generator and Reliquary, which is way too fancy of a name for us. Uh. Oh, we had a player drop because of traffic. Oh, that's always unfortunate. Rip. Oh no! Rip. Oh, Pogum. That's fine. Every month we're here. In fact, do I even have... I should have a sheet. This one? No, is it this one? No, is it this one? It is this one. Okay. Well, let's see. We're in April right now, right? Yep. So let's see. May. Um, our next CSL is gonna be probably May 9th or 10th. It looks like. Yeah, probably May 10th would be our next CSL Brood War. So. All right. Our players are having a good little laugh here. We're talking about the new maps and how we replaced Desert Rose because it had like maybe a dozen total picks in its run. And yeah, so these guys are like, "Whoa, we miss it." It's like nobody picked it. You don't get to say you missed it if no one picks it. All right, guys, we'll let our players get their vetoes done here. All right. And these guys are taking their sweet old time. How's everyone in chat doing? Yeah, wow. All right. Everyone piled in. Everyone loves a good CSL. So welcome, everyone. Hope you guys are ready for some good StarCraft. We're starting with our StarCraft 2 boy and Return. One, because we love Return. And two, because, guy wants to switch off of StarCraft 2 and play Brood War. We're going to give him some time on the screen. Good for him. We support this. I would support finding my mouse. There it is. There we go. All right, guys. We're waiting on vetoes. And then once we got that, we can start it up. Oh, I haven't updated this either. Oh, well. One of these days, we'll have everything caught up. I've been working on a Discord bot recently, and that has taken so much of my time. As long as my manager's not listening, I can tell you that I spent like 3 days this week at work working on it. Since we have access to coding, like our team, the team I'm working on, is not a coding team, but since we have a coding team in our organization, we have access to the tools. So I have been playing around, fiddling around. I haven't coded in so long. I've JavaScript. I'm a Java guy, so JavaScript you'd think would be cool, but JavaScript's hard. The YouTube people are kind of cool. I have no idea how to upload emotes or anything to YouTube. I haven't admittedly looked into it that hard, but one of these days I will. All right, looks like we're hosting up, so we might actually get a game here in a moment. Yes, we love you, YouTube chat. No, no. There, I will admit, since we have infinite, Copilot tokens, it is kind of useful. However, the biggest use for AI is that I tell it, hey, test this API that I wrote. And then it tests it and it runs into an error and it's like, all right, we got to fix this. And then it tests it again. It's honestly really useful for that. But but generally speaking, the code it puts out is eh. It is very interesting though. Like the way it thinks through things, in my opinion, is kind of wrong because, well, that's the fun part about going to college is that you have a professor that beats a very specific way of coding into your brain, and you better do that. So, in my opinion, AI coding is just wrong. But it definitely has, it's useful. I'm not saying it's good, it's useful though. Like, I went and I told it, hey, these APIs aren't working, figure out why, and tell me what I need to do to fix it. And then I went and made breakfast while it did that. And I came back and it's like, hey, look, here's your thing. I'm like, oh, sick. But you know what else? We've got a game. So let's go ahead and get right on into it. And spawning here in the bottom right-hand side of Reliquary, one of our new maps, we have Cost Phoenix. And in the top right, guys, we have Return. So like I said, Cost Phoenix, StarCraft 2 player. I actually asked him. I was going through the list of people, and I'm like, hey, and I DM, I'm like, hey, you know this is a StarCraft, like a Brood War event, right? Not StarCraft 2. And he goes, oh yeah, I'm actually playing more Brood War than StarCraft 2 these days. And I'm like, oh, hot damn, come on in then. So, we love to see it. Alright. What do we got here? 9 pool. Here's a 2-player map. Alright. This is where we really figure out how good of a player Cost Phoenix is. What do his walls look like? Alright. Forge, fast, expand. Looks like we're gonna go for here. I think we had a 9 pull into a gas trick. Okay. Well, you know, you are moderator. You can run a prediction and put your points where your mouth is. Or where your fingers are, I guess, since you're chatting. Got him. You know what? That's a good point. Alright. Everyone's going down to take the natural. We got our links coming on up here. Fine. Addiction. Alright. Best of 5. Alright, we're going to actually handicap this. Upwind. Alright. So the prediction is... Oh, this ball is fucked. Oh, well. So do you think Return will 3-0? Or do you think Cost Phoenix can pull a map? That is the prediction. Alright, we are pulling a lot of boys off the line. We should probably leave a couple of boys mining. God, that's painful. You know, Shimmer, that is absolutely true. The wall isn't great. Return, throwing down 2 hatches. All right, so you just 973 from here, right? I feel like that's just the play. You 973 from here. And this is the easiest 973 in the history of 973s. Hey, you know, your first tournament game, you know, ever since you started playing Brood War. Let's see how he does. Huh. Alright, yeah. You know what? This is gonna be a game. Whoa. Had to teach that assimilator a lesson. And of course, Return's really good at keeping his lings alive. He's really gonna macro up and treat this like a real game. Get in his lair. He could go 4-head Shemuta. The MMR cap is 1800, as always. Not everyone is close to the 1800 mark like Return is. Man. This is the most Artosis of pylons that you'll ever see in Brood War. Not like we have any of the pylon space up here. I'm gonna absolutely measure map this and call this a hero wall. Alright. Yeah, he's gonna go mutas. Like, my only concern is that Return's gonna get so fancy he steps on his own feet, you know? Once again, I'd also like to point out that Cost Phoenix has just started playing Brood War. So we're gonna give the guy a little bit of hope here. Hence the prediction is that if he can pull a map from Return, which I wouldn't put it out, you know, it's Protoss, right? Protoss can always pull a map in a best of 5, right? So that is the prediction. If he can pull a map, we'll see. Alright. Alright, fall back to the cannon. Citadel and more gate coming on up here. Alright, he is going for a third base here. Alright, so he definitely has only learned PvT so far, and it shows. Yeah, there's the cancel. The thing is, how do you even get the goon out here, right? You have to kill your Cybercore and the Forge, and practically you have to kill all of this. You have to kill all 3 of these practically to get out. Look at these lings going everywhere just to make sure. Is he being greedy or is he just trying hard? Oh yeah, I guess they'll probably path out here. There's a probe hidden back there. Look at this wage theft back here. This guy is stealing all these wages. Hiding. Yo! He did it! We got a scout. All right, send that around and kill all the overlords. I'm ready. I am so significantly ready for this to get an overlord kill. I'd also say that for the record, this wall does not work in StarCraft 2 either. I'll probably give him a quick pep talk. He might need a quick pep talk on walls between games. Poor guy. I think our neighbors are outside doing stuff, and my dog is very excited to tell them that this is our house. All right, go, Scout, go. Come on. Look at it try. No, the Scout. If you just ignore all of your problems and keep on running. The Forrest Gump of Zealots. Alright, he's trickling out Zealots, which isn't great normally, but at this point definitely isn't great because he's got nothing at home now. Please tell me he's not building more scouts. This poor Dragoon, man. He wants to help. He really wants to be part of the fight. Temple Archive coming on up. Alright, we've taken down the one cannon, chat. Cost Phoenix's defenses are in shambles. You know what, though? I think he's MMR'd like 1,300 currently. It checks out. But also, if he's only been playing for a couple of days or something, he said I'm pretty sure it's been like less than a week that he's been playing, he said. So, you know? Yeah, he just recognizes that this is a little over with his setup. Unfortunate for the boy, but it does happen. GG's. That's fine. He's still got 2 more chances to take a map. Yeah, let me see what he said to me earlier today. Because I was talking to him about it, and he said, all right, he didn't say how long. He just said recently. Huh. So I can hear about the sneeze. Oh. Well, Cos Phoenix is getting pulled into another thing. I hate. I'll never get why people sign up for like 2 events at the same time. Like, you know, Cos Phoenix had to go because his team for StarCraft 2 is in the middle of a team league. So he's gonna go play in that. But yes, according to his playtime, he has not been playing for very long. Like maybe a couple weeks it seems based on what I can see. But honestly, he has an idea of what the game is supposed to be, and I would love to see him back next month, and hopefully not overrunning a StarCraft 2 clan league that he's gonna dodge us for. Well, thumbs up. Oh, chat. It's always a fun time around here. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and cancel that prediction, I guess. Unfortunately, we don't get to know if he would take a map. So I do feel a little robbed, but you know what? It happened. I'll never fault a player for wanting to play in more events. I just personally never understood signing up for ones that overlapped, I could barely keep track of one event. Let's see. There isn't a chance that Vyncke is streaming, right? No, Vyncke is not streaming. Cool. All right, chat. Well, good news is for somebody is that they immediately get a third place win. Let's take a look. All right, so this is just gonna be a 99 red wins. So return already crushing it. What a man. He said I haven't played in 3 months and now he's already in the finals. Can you believe it, chat? Can you believe it? And love to see it. That's our boy return. Absolutely crushing it. We're gonna see whenever these guys get out of a game, we'll pick them up. How you doing, msuic? How have you been? Good to see you. Yep. And in about 40 minutes, when him and Suri finish game 1, we're absolutely gonna cast that. All right. Yeah, Return and I are talking about it. And Return sees promise in him. You know? Oh, yes. I did see that you guys were streaming that. How'd that go? Oh, of course there's an after party. How was the event? Hope it was fantastic. Always love seeing the nerds get together. One of these days when I have the resources, I'd love to come over for one of them. Understand absolutely none of it. Aww. StarCraft is a family thing, you know? You need the whole family cursing out the other player when you lose. That's fantastic to hear. It went great though. Obviously, we love seeing events go well. And that's well, yeah. I mean, you're going up. Who showed up? Who all was there? Give me some of the players. I was Vaclavson. We have Fear. We have you. We have Budak. Those are the Izu showed up. Oh damn. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. I know who won. Yeah. All right. So Izu won. Who else showed up? Izu's a great guy though. Love to see that he's still playing. Uh, all right. I have no idea how long Suri and Vaclavson are gonna take. Petros? Yeah, I've never heard of him. Interesting. I mean, taking a game off Izu is yeah, that's pretty good. I think the guy knows what he's doing. Stevus, these are actually names I don't. I mean, obviously, I'm not what we would call plugged into the Czech scene, but yeah, I don't think I know these guys very well. Okay, Bab, Stevus, Petros. Yeah, I mean, obviously, he came in second and took a map off Izu. I definitely consider him pretty good. Yeah. Oh, was it a CBC match? Masichko said he was playing P. Out of 8 players, there's 3 randoms. Finally, good representation in the StarCraft scene. We love to see it. How you doing, Sony? I think ZVZ is a very, very skill-based matchup, but at the same time, it it can go sideways very quickly. Yeah, Yeah. You know, spoken watching Brood War. Nice. That's fine. You came out on top, right, msuic? Obviously. That group, you came out right on top, I assume. Tolly, come here, girl. Hey, come here. Come here. Let me love you. Yes, up. Ah. Hi, puppy. You good girl. Mwah. Are you a good puppy? Are you behaving? I don't trust that. Have you been causing problems? What? No, never. Mwah. Mwah. Mm. You're a good puppy. Are you a good puppy? Mwah. You causing problems? Are you barking at the neighbors? No, I'm sorry. Did you need to clean out the inside of my nose? All right, good girl. Go. All right, fine. Big hug. Go. Go find your sister. Ow. Or get on the bed. I don't know. What are you going to do? You can't get over there. How we doing? Welcome, Tater. Yeah, I can't say the last time I played 40. Okay, fine. You still want more love. Sheesh. All right, how many times did you win against him, Sony? 48 games since Friday. I've done 48 rewrites of my code. If that counts. I've been working on a Discord and Twitch bot. God, is that? I haven't coded in so long. Well, you know what? We've got a minute, guys. Let's take a look at CS Land coming on up here this August. All right, if I do... Guys, CS Land is here. It's coming on up August 15th and 16th at the OU Gaming Center in Oklahoma City. Technically in Norman, but it's like how, you know, you call the suburbs just part of the big city. It's easier to call it Oklahoma City than to call it Norman. Guys, Artosis has said he's coming. Striker's already got his stuff. The Striker will be there. Sony is talked to about it. G5 is looking to come because of Sony. There's some top level talent. Razby messaged me on the side saying, or was it one of the Polish players? Was it Razby or was it I don't remember. I should, because I had it written down. It was Razby, yes. Razby's looking to come. Hopefully no Escalade. But what I really love about this venue is that I can do desktop and like player cams. So we can see like cut to first person and see what they're actually doing in first person. And I think that'll add a lot to production value. And of course we Gerald, the pro StarCraft 2 player, he's been doing this for, a bit over a decade. He came out here for a tournament we had last month, and he said it was one of the most fun times he's had. And yeah, it was a good time. Can confirm. So yeah, the OU Gaming Center page, guys, like they actually put some real effort into this. Oh, they just redid their website. Cool. But yeah, they got tables and good computers. It's got a few less. Unfortunately, the place we've been using in Chicago closed. We've heard. I heard a couple of rumors about it, but I just got confirmation like a week before announcing this. So unfortunately, we can't do Chicago anymore. It sucks because honestly, besides some of the issues I had over time with a couple of the staff members in terms of how they were running things, it was a great venue, great people. Adam was awesome. But you know what? This place isn't going anywhere. Like I said, Awesome. Thank you, Lampshade. Artosis saying the exact same thing. Quite literally the same thing. But I also wrote up like a list of like fun things you can do around the city. Honestly, this one's one of my favorites. Not gonna lie, this one's probably my favorite. Actually, no, this one's my favorite. Bricktown Brewery is one of my favorite restaurants. But the Bricktown Canal, you sit out, especially in the evenings as it cools down. You drink some wine along the canal. Like it's a lot of fun. So guys, make sure you get your tickets. Make sure you sign up. You can play. You can come and watch. You can just hang out. There's plenty of options, guys. There's a lot to do. And of course, it is college town, so there's plenty of bars. There's plenty of good food. Honestly, it's a good time. Sony knows. Sony lived around here for a while. There's actually a lot of StarCraft people in Oklahoma. Oh, Surrey just got out of game. Murphy's. Nice. All right. It looks like it is 1-0 for Surrey. So we're going to get into this. I'm surprised this wasn't 48 minutes. Oh, no. Wait, what the heck? A patella tendon? Sorry, I'm thinking back to my A&P days. That doesn't sound good. I hope you recover well. Yes, recover quickly. Feel better. Get back on your feet. Those good food photos ain't gonna post themselves, eh? They. You know what? The best part about coming to Oklahoma City instead of going to Montreal is that here in Oklahoma City, you won't get poisoned by eating shitty poutine. And instead, we'll have actual good food. Come out here and get some onion burgers. I had Gerald and tried onion burger, and he was immediately sold. He was like, "This is incredible." All right, guys, I'm gonna get into the game number 2 between Surrey and Von Klopson, and then we will go over some of this great food. So that way we have a game going on in the background. All right, spawning here in the right-hand side of Tempest, we have Von Klopson. And at the 12 o'clock, we've got Surrey. All right. So, if you've never had Southern cuisine as a whole, you got to try some chicken fried steak, and you've got to try grilled okra. Those are the two biggest things you got to try if you come down for CS Land. If you want to try some Oklahoma native food, you need some onion burgers in you. And some good barbecue. There was a place we went, King's Custom Meats on 39th and 10, I think. It's in Oklahoma City. And their barbecue was absolutely top-notch. And of course, Oklahoma barbecue sauce, you got to get some, either Cosmos or you can get Head Country. You want to be a little bit cheaper. Brahms ice cream is beautiful. Brahms as a whole is the greatest fast food you'll ever have. Brahms ice cream is just the best ice cream you're going to get. Brahms makes everything fresh in their farm, and if they can't get it to you, it's like you have to be within, it's not 300 miles. It's basically everything that they serve is fresh from the farm the day before. And they won't open a location unless they can do that. So it's always fresh, it's always good. And Brahms sauce is good. I live about 200 feet from a Brahms, and I might get that after this cast now. I might go get Brahms. I had a so I don't have a car currently, and a coworker dropped me off. And I've always told them, I've told the team, like, yeah, I live a few hundred feet from Brom, like door to door. And he was dropping me off, and he's like, oh, wow, you do live next to the Brom. Like, I couldn't. I could never. This is too dangerous. So, come down here. We will eat all day, all night. We'll have StarCraft all day. And yeah, there's also like a lot of Asian food. If you like pho, if you like ramen, there's some really good ramen shops in the city. I mean, Oklahoma City's actually got a lot of food. There's a reason that we're all so fat. All right. Return hitting us with the I haven't played Surrey since NSL 3, and that's... Wait, really? Oh! Oh! Is he going to get out? Oh! He doesn't get out, but he still gets the SCV. Oh, what a trade. Every day of the week, you make that trade. Twice on Sunday. Today's Sunday, so... Here comes the Zealot Man. All right, Von Clopson. Little sleep there. All right, the factory finishes. So we will get a Vulture, so this shouldn't get too much done. As long as we have a little bit of good micro on our SCVs. Run. All right, yeah, this should be fine. Vulture will pop any moment here. We have two to block. Oh, look at the body blocking. Oh, get out of here, Zealot. Never stood a chance. One gate Robo. What are we playing, PvP? This is some PvP stuff right here. CC on the high ground just to be safe. I mean, safety is always good. It is kind of crazy though that we are doing the robo off of one base, one gate. This is such a PvP build. I don't know. What are we gonna do here? Alright, tank coming on up here. I don't know. We'll see what he's cooking up. Oh, he's gonna go Reavers. Which, obviously, everyone goes Reavers. We are a little bit past the era of everyone wanting to be Snow. There was a point, 6-8 months ago, where every Protoss player just thought they were Snow. Everyone went Reavers, and so many people threw games because they're like, oh, I could be Snow, and then they drop the Reaver, it would instantly explode, and that's GG. So... hopefully Surrey's going to do a little bit better than that, but we'll see. Going up to 4 packs here as our CC lands. Observatory coming up after Robo Bay. We already have mines denying this third, which is the more natural third that Protoss tend to take. This one, a little bit harder to hold this area. But we're going to mine this up as well just to be safe. Well, not to spoil ASL, but not every, even top Protoss have some questionable shuttle micro. So I don't think anyone at this level needs to feel bad. Alright. River's going across. The units are home, so theoretically they shouldn't get too much done. There's no turrets or nothing. We don't have an NG bay. Yeah, no NG bay started. There's a chance to kill like 3 or 4 SCVs here. Oh. 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 Apparently not. Oh, we took a little bit of damage there on the hull. Alright. Ooh. Yeah, there's nothing here worth. Alright, we finally got 2 kills. And a vulture. Oh. You gonna pick it up or what? I don't think he knows what he wants to do with it. It's out of scarabs. He forgot to rebuild scarabs. No! Come on, if this is all of your APM, at least build the scarabs, Suri. Getting out with it matters more than anything. Like, it survived, right? It got a couple of kills. You know, every SCV kill is nice. But more importantly, he makes it out and it's alive. So many people will do that amount of damage and then also not get it out. Like if it stays in there and dies, well, was it really at all worth it? God, observers have a lot of vision range. All right. We thought about going back in. There is a turret there now. I would love to see a couple of mines in this area, right? Because what Suri will do is, if he flies in from this angle, you see this turret, you kind of drop around here, right? Somewhere like in this area. So we put a couple mines here. Of course, if you dropped over here, you're having a bad time. All right, third base. We're just gonna go for a big bust here. We have 4 tanks, 3 Marines, handful of vultures, and 0 Protoss army in place. Oh man! Oh, we gotta cancel this. We gotta cancel it. Okay, we do. Whew. No, we were just gonna let that die. Yeah, this is why you want to take the other third base location that he's clearing out the... You want to take this base. This is the better one because you can just kind of pile on wall either down here or across here, basically. Well, yeah, Suri takes this one and gets punished for it. Alright, Terran is fine with leaving at this point. The turret just makes it harder for the observer to get in here and clean them out. He's gonna repair the turret? Cheeky. I'll give that the grade of cheeky. Alright. We're actually just choosing the wall around the Nexus. The problem is that let's tear and take all of this space if they want to move up here, right? A little unfortunate. Alright. I'm gonna just try to push up here. Fox still only on 4 fact. Double armory. Protoss is going to jump on this. All right. Let's see what we can do here. Zealots are all over the tanks. Nothing else buffering for that. This army is toast. A couple of vultures come up here, but it does look like Suri is going to go ahead and just clear this out. Oh, poor probe. Alright, we had a couple of mines down, but third CC coming up as part of the wall. Alright. Suri's third nexus finally done. We can start getting probes over there. Probe count feels kind of low, actually, all things considered. Double Stargate, probably for Arbiter. Can't rule off carriers. Never rule out carriers. There's always a chance of carriers. But also got a 4th base set up. Suri feeling comfortable. He's not even going to pylon wall it. Damn. Infinite range vision observer, clearly. Oh. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh. This is great for Vyncke. This is how you stay in the game. Now, granted, if you lose these vultures, you're kind of in a bad spot because you don't have a whole lot of vultures to begin with. Oh, we're going to lose them all. Oh, okay, we only lose one. We do need to get these vultures home, though. Like, we don't have a whole lot of vultures. There's no reason we had to stick around. We killed all the probes. Like, honestly. Terry just says, alright, you can clear out that base. I'll take another main. This shuttle forgotten to the echoes of time. Alright, with 3 tanks and 5 vultures, we will take this 3rd base. Vyncke has some supply, I just have no idea where it is, because it ain't here. Like, yeah, this army, he moves out with an army that is the size of, you know, nothing. You know, some might call it a perfectly adequate army, but I think it was a little small. It is going to be carriers. Carriers on, like, you know, a dozen probes. Suri has forgotten to build probes. Well, to be fair, he didn't lose a lot of them. He'd remember to build some probes. And then a bunch got slaughtered. He didn't make that many to begin with. Alright, vultures coming down here. Surprise, surprise, found your base. Alright, I'm gonna take down the cannon. Okay. Suri's gonna get away with this carrier transition because Vyncke throws away small armies at a time. And he's gonna try and stabilize here and grab this base, which isn't that bad. So if you can get some depots up over here, you can fill this area with tanks and such. It's not bad. Alright, we're gonna check back in these guys in about 3 minutes, and they'll still be killing that Nexus. Alright, the first blimps are out. Couple of cannons just chilling here with the goons. Trying to avoid these run-bys. They keep ruining him. Oh, the Reaver came back. He remembered. Alright, now he has to build Scarab. Hey, he built one. Got him. Alright, Bach up to 6 packs, 7 coming online here. Now that he's finally got a fresh base. Bach lost so many more SPVs than he does Probe. Like there's 6 here. There's like 16 there maybe. Dozen here. Another 6 mining here. Surrey's economy is so bad. The only reason his army looked formidable is because he hasn't really lost much. Because he hasn't. Bach just keeps taking bad fights. If Bach took a good fight, Surrey would not be able to rematch. Well, or just rebuild in general. Alright, we'll see how this goes for Bach. If he can stabilize, which seems he's doing, Surrey's looking for a base up here. There isn't actually one to kill. But if I can stabilize, you know, he's probably gonna take this base down here. Hey, you know, I wouldn't count him out of this yet. This is absolutely a case of it's not quite over yet. Surrey, like I said, Surrey's numbers look really good simply because he just hasn't lost anything yet. He hasn't been forced to lose anything besides Probe. I would love to see Vyncke actually keep his army together, take a straight up fight, because with Tank Vulture, we should be able to crush this army. There's not that many zealots here. There's 7 zealots in this army. There's almost as many High Templars as there are zealots. Oh. Cheeky. Is this shuttle? This shuttle is just patrolling. I don't know if you can click down the Nexus. Even with 2-2. It's surprisingly close. Oh, did he actually get it? Oh my god, he gets it? What? I don't think any of us expected that. Except maybe Vyncke. Vyncke was like, I got this. Fade away grenade from the Vulture, just Kobe. Takes down the Nexus. Alright, he's scanning out the army, confirming that he is still just standing there. It's not in an arc, though. He's not standing in an arc. Which would do a little bit better, but... Alright, here come the blimps, though. Hey, they haven't been... they must have gotten spotted a little bit. There are some Goliaths. Yeah. We're going to poke in here. The Goliaths are derping. What are you derping on? What are you even trying to do? Goliaths, please. Alright, we're blinking. We're going to go for EMP here, looks like. You're researching it. You don't need to research EMP, do you? If you do. That's why I play Zerg. Don't need to research anything to make mutas good. Alright, we're gonna push out in here with the carriers, with Storm. We should be able to break this. The tanks are pretty clumped up, but honestly, there's nothing really to get on top of them, so the goons are melting. The problem is gonna be just the carriers. Yeah, the ground army gets obliterated, and Suri has to pull back because you can't just... Your carriers can't just sit there. The Goliaths will be coming out soon. Alright. Now Vyncke just has to hope that he's got enough to actually try and deal with this. Suri still hasn't exactly made a lot of probes. Like, probe count still is incredibly low across these bases. Alright, the carrier run by. Oh, they just wanted the turret, it's fine. Oh, now they want the command center. Now they're gonna be greedy. Alright, so rip that base. I'm not even sure if Vyncke knows this base exists, or else he probably would have taken it. It is a little bit smaller. We don't really have like a lot of space. We got enough patches though. It still got 7 patches. But, you have the high ground over here. Maybe you just think it's too hard to get in. Oh. Come on. Pull mine into the workers, please. Oh. It killed more vultures than it did probe. Alright. We're flying in here, trying to get on top of the production and the third base here. The Goliaths are finally coming on up here. Are we going to go for a sick EMP? We are. Gets all but one of them, too, actually. It does cost us the Vestal, though. Yeah, Vyncke just not able to do anything against the carriers. GG's. Unfortunate for our boy. I feel like that game had a lot of potential for him. If he just early game he threw away just small amounts of army, and then late game he just wasn't able to capitalize on anything. That's fine. Our boy will come back. This is the game where he bio. Trust me here. I can feel it in my bones. We're gonna get bio. We're gonna get a bio play from Vyncke for sure. And I am 100% okay with that. You got nothing to lose, everything to gain. I would love to see the bio play. Alright. Here we go. We're in game. We have Sleeping Puppy. Okay, no, that's just the blanket. It's not your sister. It's really hard to tell that blanket from her sister on the camera. Alright, chat. Here we go. Game number 3 coming at you. Spawning here in the bottom left-hand side. The orange probe, give it up for Durikata. Top right, God, we have Baklavson. Let's see what happens on this map. Reliquary is a new map. I haven't really seen much on it yet. So I'd be curious to see what everyone else is going to do. The doodads. Yeah, you know, I felt the same. I wasn't sure if this was buildable or not at first. Yeah, a lot of these doodads are cosmetic. I like it because it looks interesting. Oh, the weird thing. Okay, that doesn't narrow it down much. Oh, the vision stopper. These guys. Yeah, it's an interesting idea in StarCraft 2 obviously has those vision blockers everywhere. They're so common. They're not a thing in Brood War, so it's very interesting that Suri chose to include them. Yeah, he wanted the gas steal. Yeah, as far as I can tell, they don't have a hitbox. Say what? Yeah. It's definitely a little bit crazy with these guys, but yeah, as far as I can tell, they only block vision. They don't actually block movement. Yo, Dada.
78641 just resubscribed for 9 months. Zuri Cat.
By the way, chat, how is that alert volume? I don't actually hear it in my ears, so please let me know if that alert volume was too high, too low, or just right. I don't know what that would do with lurkers under there. I'd be curious to see. Like, it's a cool idea, but yeah, we might need to try that out. Yeah, I saw that the alert volume was close to the game volume, but I know that my ears are, like, I can set my ears differently than what you guys hear. So, I'm not sure practically how that comes out on your end. So, I have direct monitor through my audio mixer that I use. Not as good as my Scarlet was, but it worked. Oh, Rip Marine. Alright, one Zealot for one Marine. That's a trade that the minion will take every day of the week. That voice monitoring is something you get used to over time. It's absolutely something you just have to have going for a while and just get used to. At first, you suck because when you hear your own voice, you hear it rattling through your skull, right? And what that does is it deepens your voice just from the resonance. And that's why everyone sounds different in recordings than they do in their own ears. And as someone who streams, that's just something you gotta get over, like, eventually. Like, for me. You just kind of like, yep, that's not how I hear myself, but for some reason, 20 people are sitting here listening to it, so, like... Well, can't confirm, but yeah, probably. Everyone's voice is naturally a little bit higher than what they hear in their head. Alright, by the way, 3-gate Citadel, 3-gate DT. Go for a Marine tank push here. Not quite an FD push, but yeah, if you're ever, it's a very interesting science because it's all about how sound waves reverberate through your skull versus actually how they work. But as a sound guy, it's stuff I find interesting. But all right, 4 goons. We were laying mines. It's a very far back mine. Let's put the vulture that low. We will not get the other mine off. Oh, hello! Mine hit of the day! Ding, 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 ding. Alright. The healthy goon leading the charge here. These other goons are very low, though. He's trying to be greedy about it. We're rallying vultures across. The natural CC is up. We have siege mode. We definitely need those vultures over here now to start laying mines and buffering. Oh my! Never mind. That's mine hit of the day. Never mind, chat. Never mind. Never mind. New mine hit of the day. Okay. Oh, that was beautiful. Robo coming on up here. Templar Archives. This definitely feels like it was going to be a legs build and it's starting to now be a DT build. It's always DTs. Six-gate speed lot would be pretty based. Unfortunately, he's playing Protoss, which inherently limits how based you can be. Behind this, we're adding on our factories. We're macroing up. I really like this for Vyncke. I think that this is, honestly, got a decent chance at this game. Nexus will go down. And honestly, yeah, if you just leave and go home, like, cool. Bye. Yeah, here they come. We have an issue. We have one singular issue that the DTs are gonna find. Oh, we have an observer. Never mind. Nothing's real. I love how he sent the observer forward, saw the mines, like, I can YOLO my zealot into this. I was like, wait, no. That one moment where the single Protoss brain cell goes, zealot forward, followed by the, wait, huh? Alright, do we actually have any detection? We have an engineering bay. Academy's coming. I don't know if he saw that. Turret is going to start way out front. Oh, Surrey. Surrey has an absolute opening here. That's about to close in like 5 seconds. Oh. Why are we walking past each other? Yes, this is the best StarCraft. Ah! Yeah, okay, he is gonna elevator the DTs, it looks like. Okay, so this is our choice of build. No turret in the main. Alright. 5 vulture. Whoa, from downtown. Easy kill. Alright. Go forward. There is a scanner building. We're just gonna click it down. Well, those last swipes didn't count. They did the animation. What? Does this burn down anyways? Does this burn down anyways? Yeah, it does. Bye. No, it is correct to technically let it die and rebuild if you're worried about more DTs because you get the energy quicker. But he has a second comsat. So I don't know about that. This is one of those like technically correct versus practically like eh. Alright, now the shuttle is just on patrol across the bottom of the map for the rest of the game. Alright, we're moving forward. We're going to secure this area, which should allow him to take this base nice and easy. In fact, we'll set him pretty up. Like, if you take this base first, you have this base easy, alright? So I'm kind of curious what he's going to do here. Either way, it's pretty easy to set up this whole quadrant. Like, these two bases. And then, theoretically, you could take this one, you could protect your defenses here and here. You can technically have all 3 bases. This being a mineral only, it's not as important. What is important is that Surrey just dropped a probe over here to take the island. Alright. Observer just coming through. It's going to see the army. It's going to see this great logo here. The C, the S, the L. Mwah, magnifique. Beautiful logo, guys. I wonder what that means. Honestly, sir, you should just take both corners. Both are island bases. Just take them both. Terran's never gonna get a drop ship. Alright. We are setting up ahead of the site blocker. Put a tank in the site blocker. Aww. Alright, the sacrificial tank. Yeah, this is a crazy trope to try and push through. So, to answer the question about this map, I don't think this is meant to be a total remake of Python. I think much like Generator, it's got a lot of influence from earlier maps that are popular but not nearly as meta as they used to be. But alright, the one good storm goes down, second good follow-up storm. Oh! Where's that SK gif of like him doing the soy jack point while his tanks get stormed? That's what we need right now. I don't know if it really matters though. We have, actually it's all mine. Okay, there's more tanks coming. Vox gonna get a point on the board here, it looks like. Rose is in a really good spot to do it. I mean, obviously, this game started with him breaking the Nexus, and then now he's moving into a good, like, what is it, 5-fact or 7? He's doing this on 4? He's just now adding the 5th factory? The kid's mad. With 4 probes. Nexus goes down again. These goons have no chance of ever re-engaging from here. Yeah, he's definitely young. I don't know how old Vyncke is, but I do know he's young. Yeah, we do have actually a fair amount of new blood in Brood War. It's kind of nice. I think he's 20-something. I think he's early, like 21, 22. That's fine. That pylon needed to go down. The Protoss defectors. All right, GG is called. Guys, Vyncke puts a point on the board. Ah, nobody 3-0s the Terran genius. Yeah, I did that with Hatchery Cake. I was like, oh yeah, Hatchery Cake's like 16, 17. And I'm like, wait, that was in like 21. It is now 26. I'm like, oh, he's probably a bit older now. Yeah. Moral of the story is there are people who are younger than us. There are people in the scene who are not 40 with kids, which is weird. I hope he's doing good. I haven't heard from him in a hot minute. She's just so asleep, chat. Look at that. I would have to shock her. She just wants to lay there. Like, come on. I've seen you guys doing it. Do you think I can afford a shot collar even if I wanted to? All right. Let's go ahead and get on into the next game. It's going to be on Generator. Hell yeah. All right, guys. Yeah, game 4 is going to be on Generator, starting right now between Surrey and Vyncke. One here in the bottom right-hand side, guys. We have Surrey. And in the bottom left, guys, we have Vyncke. So, we've seen this map a fair amount in IPSL recently. It's a great map. Honestly, everyone who's played it has enjoyed it. So, I am really glad we came up with it. Surrey's going to be try to be the person who center gates on this map. We've had 5 pulls, we've had 6 Braxes, and now we're going to have a 9-9. And to be honest, the 5-pool only worked because it was Julian. I don't think rushes actually work on this map. Alright, Sturry's starting to pre-split. Alright, Vodka with a decent split there. Not perfect, but... Alright. We'll see how he handles this. So I am convinced that the only way to handle splitting, like with this scenario where you have the fastest minerals, is to hotkey your workers in groups of 2, and then just like take them and then just kind of clone them from there. I'm not convinced there's any better way. But I don't know. I've seen people do so many different ways. You never know. Oh my lord. Alright, we're absolutely getting a deep 6 if this game goes long. Yeah, I guess it depends on how many... Because you should have, what, 9 workers when the things disappear? I don't know. That feels like a lot harder if you're trying to do it one worker at a time. Yeah, so the thing to remember with this map, right, is that it feels very different for players because of everything's quicker. God, bunkerless DC. Gasless expand. No bunker. We missed the zealots. Oh, no. That's just a cancel. You let him hit at this. You should let him hit at that for as long as you can let him do it. Because you want to buy time for the bunker to go up. Micro. Micro. Alright, bunker is going to finish. Can the Marines get inside is the real question. Oh, 2 of them get right inside. Beautiful. Alright, we're going to need to repair. Can we get some boys showing some love on this? Oh, Zealots are going down. Is he actually going to hold this? Batteries are coming up, but they might be too late. Oh, the Zealots are taking a lot of fire here. All right, we kill an SCV. One Zealot's so low. He's so low. He dies before the battery can heal him. Yo! And that should be a hold right there. That is... Sorry, Tyler, for waking you up. That's absolutely a hold. Beautifully done. Wait. This SCV has 3 kills? 4 kills? No, sorry. Guys, we're going to game 5. GG. And the streak of cheese is not working continues. Yeah, that is another one in the book of not working on that map. Like, we had exit 6 racks on that map, and that lost against Hawk. Hawk opened 10 hatch on that map in that game. Yeah, it seems like 9 hatch, 10 hatch is very meta for Zergs. Still figuring it out for Protoss and Terran, but Zergs seem to have figured it out. right, we're going back to a classic. We're going back to Urban Jungle. One of the OG maps. This map's been around forever in this pool. Yeah, if you play Generator, 9 or 10 hatch seems to be the meta. It's also very hard to get cheese on that map. But here we go, guys. Game number 5. This is for all the marbles. Coming at you. On the bottom right-hand side, guys, we have Surikata. The top left of the 69 map, guys. Don't forget 69. Nice. Guys, it's Vyncke. You know, that's a good point. This is a reverse sweep territory. It's very doable. I'd be curious. Like, I definitely think he can do it. Like, as a player, he is absolutely capable of it. I am curious to see how he handles it, though. Alright. Suri taking a nap at the keyboard. 55 APM. Alright. Let's see if we get our gas stolen again. Yep. Oh, no gas steal. Oh, never mind. There it is. Well, maybe this is the game where we get a deep tick. Maybe. That would be great. So, I have heard both ways on the gas steal. Some Terrans think you should get your gas earlier. Some think you should just accept it and go for a quick expand. I don't know. I don't know which one's more right. You could take the Protoss gas to really fuck with it. If you really want to just have some fun. Vatslafson. Vatslafson. Huh. It has been, let's see, we started CSL in 21, so it's been, what, 5 years? And he hasn't corrected me on this? To be fair, there's been plenty of people who have never corrected me on their name pronunciation. Javi took like 2-3 years before he like the saying like Javier or something. He's like, no, it's Javier. And now he goes by Javi. And I'm like, well, I think I can take credit for that. Alright. I appreciate the lesson. I'm going to be totally honest. I can't guarantee I will remember that, but I will do my best. Vatslafson. Alright. Yeah, Michael's a very hard name, Dada. Silly Dutch people and their Dutch name. Can't believe it. Look, if nothing else, I have made a career off of mispronouncing names. So, do with that as you see fit. No, so the Dutch language is a German kid trying to learn English. It's like it's very much like I don't really know, like if you have like a person who speaks like half Swedish, half English in a sentence, it's like Swinglish and stuff. I don't know what you'd call it for German, but that's essentially what it is. Like a German kid trying to learn English. Because like there's like, oh, this word makes sense, this word makes sense, this word doesn't, this word makes sense, this word makes sense. Like the Wi-Fi, so Dutch trains have Wi-Fi. It's literally just called Wi-Fi Indie Train, INDE train or something like that. And it's like, all right, so it's Wi-Fi in the train, but like just spoken like a 5-year-old. By the way, we're gonna go for Marine. Like, is this gonna be an FD push? No. What are we doing here? Huh. Vatslavin. Levat! Yeah, it's not an FD push. Yeah, that's why I'm like looking at it. This is weird. Very interesting though. I wonder what's in the bunker. We gotta have Marines in the bunker, right? Do we have an academy or something? Oh, okay, we do not. Oh, we're just gonna go for the bus? Alright. That'll take some serious fire. Alright, so this is gonna be like a Marine 2-fact, like a Marine supported 2-fact. There's definitely 4 Marines in the bunker. And there's 5 here, so it's 9 plus tank. Yeah, this is an armory. So I'm a little confused. Not gonna lie. Surrey's playing just like a bit of a box standard game here. He doesn't really have any idea. We've restarted Marine production. Chat, we have restarted Marine production. I'm not sure I understand what we're trying to do here, but I do think it's interesting. So the thing is, if he was going biomech, yeah, we need the armory or the academy. Yeah, we need to move this NG bay and get upgraded, but we can't move it because it needs to be part of the wall to avoid dive. Lagoon. We need to send like 2 Marines out first as a vanguard to look for like the scout. Unless we just plan to send it. It's 11 Marines and 5 tanks. Alright, Stur's grouping up. I don't really like us YOLOing the Marines in first. Alright, yeah, this is just going poorly. Oh, no, no, no. Like, the army's coming in waves. Like, the Marines went in, all died, and then the tanks are here, and then the SCV show up. Oh, we had such a good idea. Run! Run! That's so unfortunate. If the reason you go academy early on something like this is you got to go stim. All right, scouting SCV is over here. Cool. There's a cool idea behind this build, I think. Like, I genuinely think there's a cool idea where you have. Oh Poor guy. Like, if you have stim, right, and you push up here, and your army's all together, and you stim up the ramp, you start gutting down the goons, and then the tanks are coming. I think there's a lot more potential to the build. Yeah, what he did was a little weird. We're trying to get some mines down. Alright. He is keeping up with these run-bys, but... Surrey, meanwhile, working on Stargates. I just don't know where we go from here. I feel like we invested so much and lost it. Obviously, we did. Going for quick vessels again. We're gonna try and break out of here with the goons. Get the mines pushed back. Open up your front door a little bit here. I wouldn't call this over for Vaclav. He's also grabbing a third already. We'll see. These vultures, unfortunately, vibing out in the wrong spot. Too busy vibing, not enough coding. All right, here comes the carriers. We've seen it once. We'll see it again. Broda setting up to take the bottom left. But Terran's got a third base. Terran's very happy on a third base, actually. Vibe coding having a similar meaning to Netflix and chill. You know, do you want to write C++ and chill? Alright, some vultures out of the main here with dropship. Nice. Alright. We're actually getting a fair few probes here. Dropship makes it out. Does catch the fourth base here. Do you mind if I use my pointer functions to fill your array? I hate arrays, by the way. I am certified on the record as avoiding arrays when at all possible. I had to make a tic-tac-toe game in Visual Basic in college, and I actually just hard-coded every game state for tic-tac-toe. I was like, fuck you, I'm not using arrays. Refresher gave me 100. He's like, yeah, the game works. It works 100%. The logic all is right and everything. You just didn't use erase. And I'm like, dang right I didn't. It took me less time to use the hard code every game state than it would have to figure out the arrays. One, because I hated Visual Basic, and two, because I hate arrays. No SCV slap in the main. Not really many at the third either. The natural is pretty packed though. Alright. Fifth base coming on up here for Protoss. Drop ship is back. Are we going to do more dropping and more shipping? This is not great, obviously. Letting Protoss get up to 5 bases like this, not great TM. But honestly, it's not a bad position for Botclops and all things considered. He just has to be really careful about whatever fight he takes. I mean, if he's gonna take a fight, it's he's got to be careful about it. A 160 to 200 supply, not bad for Terran. Alright. Still only 3 Templar at the front. One more at home. Alright, here we go. The army's kind of derping around the edge here. 2 Templars go down for free. Mind you, there were only 3 Templars in this army to begin with. So, that's a beautiful start for Botclops. And like I said, at this point, it is really all about how you take the fight. This guy's still hiding at home. He is a high Templar after all. Well, he is Gateway Man, but we do have 3 carriers produced here. So it's not like Surrey doesn't have anything going on behind this. Alright, that's a storm of all time. Alright, here come the blimps. The ground army is getting leveled, but of course, tanks don't shoot up. Good to know that Return is raising a Terran player as a kid. Carriers show up, starts whining. Kid's gonna grow up to be a Terran player, man. Good luck. And yeah, suddenly we are. Hello? Hello? Game? What was that? I think my computer's a little unhappy. Probably could stand to close some tabs at some point. Alright, if we can kill this base off at least, we've gotten something, but we're not gonna. Unfortunately, 2 tanks will not kill faster than 4 carriers. Alright, another drop ships here. We're building more Goliaths. And we're going to drop some Vultures. Run around with some Goliaths. Hope for the best. Alright. Carriers. Just vibing around, looking for things to do, people to see. Alright. Meanwhile, Surrey is taking a top right base. Oh, no, that was the drop ship. Rip. Losing the drop ship like that is no bueno. Alright. Carriers deny any hopes of that base going up. Alright. Meanwhile, the main army's gonna fight here. Tanks are in position, but there's nothing in front of them, so Zelch are gonna get right on top. GG is called. These +2 carriers are going to crush it. GG's. Carrier man is good. Alright. Guys, you know what that means. That means it is Surrey versus Return in the grand finals. Fortunately, we do not have a third place because Cost Phoenix had to drop. We are going to, however, take a quick break. Let Return take care of his kid. Ads need to run. I need to finish my water because I'm kind of thirsty. Look at that dog. That dog needs some scratches. Look at her. So, guys, don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break. We'll see you all soon, guys, for the grand finals. Don't go anywhere. Hello everyone. Welcome back. It is time for the grand finals. All right. We have Return versus Surrey. Best of 5 to close it out here, guys. Girls, are you excited? We now have 2 puppies. Second puppy came. Right, girl? Right, other girl? Look at these 2 cuties. All right. We are just waiting on our players to ready up. And once they do, we can get right on into game 1 of the grand finals. Surrey Kata versus Return on Reliquary starts right now. Spawning here in the bottom left-hand side of Reliquary, it's Surrey Kata. And in the top right, guys, we have Return. All right, here we go. Our Giga Chat Zerg player Return versus your average Protoss operator who said he was going to go shopping today but decided to put it off to see if he could win some money. You know what? Let's see how he does. Welcome, Vader. This tournament is for players below 1,800. Both of these players are around 17-something-ish. So this should be very competitive. What you see here might not be the most standard or meta plays, but it should be pretty competitive between the two of them. Return says he hasn't practiced in a while. Surrey, he's a Protoss player. You know, there's a lot that goes with that. All right, pool coming on up here. We did get an extractor trick going. All right. Let's see what we get. Probe Scout's going to come in here. Alright. Yep, just a happy little scout. Oh, get some actual damage on the probe there. They are going to open 2 cannon. Nice. Oh, pause. All right, guys, we've got a pause. You know, the moment I switch back to the caster desk is the moment that they finish. Yep. Cat interference. It's always the cat. All right. 6 slings. Got the hatchery down. Unfortunately for Return, this is not cost Phoenix, so he's not going to win with the first 6 slings. All right, we're going to drop the gateway. We have probes ready to help block. Ooh, just in time, the gateway goes down. Beautiful work from Surrey. Well optimized. In return, he's just going to go ahead and grab a 3rd. The perk of going with a 9-pool type build, you just early pool in general, you can keep Protoss at bay. You can really expand out. You can try and get your macro engine online pretty quickly. Because if they try and do anything, you will absolutely know about it. finishes up. What's the plan? Hydra Den. We're gonna do like some sort of 973 maybe. I wouldn't count us out of that. Let's see. Alright, so we got 8 here. 3 here. Nothing here yet. Still a little bit off from the 22 drone count that you need to do a proper 973, but we got time. He's got a lot of larvae, actually. Yeah, he needs to spend his larva a bit. Get some stuff going. Everything looking perfectly normal on Suri's side. Game 1, he figured, yeah, I'll play a macro game. Alright. 983. I don't see any other hatcheries going down. 983 is the macro cousin of the 973. This Overlord, a little shy, you know. But, you know, maybe it's not that Overlord. Alright, yeah, here come the Hydras. Oh, baby, it's a 973. The Zealots are in the trees! Alright. Oh, a little bit of missed micro, but... Alright. Oh, that's a lot of damage on this there. Alright, gonna send it across. Poor Overlord. And there's the supply block. However, we can only fit 5 cannons here because of our weird pylon placement. The gateway's back a bit, so... Missouri might have some issues here. Just remember, if your Hydras aren't shooting, just keep hitting hold positions. They're probably in range. They're just really stupid sometimes. He's actually macroing behind them. Yeah. He built enough Hydras to scare off the Corsair. They dropped a hatchery or 2 behind it. Alright. So transitioning into a 5-hatch play. We take down the gateway. That's nice. He hasn't made a gateway in his main yet. So he actually has 0 unit production. Minus Corsairs and probes. And scouts. He could make a scout. There's a world where he makes a scout, and it's a world I dream of. The big issue is we're droning up at home, and we have no Hydra. These Corsairs are going to come in and have a field day. Alright, we do have some up front. We'll still get a free Overlord. Well, I guess it's not free if we donate our Corsair. An Overlord for Corsair is a trade we will absolutely take. Alright, Evo Chamber. He's getting his lair, so he's going to get some lurkers here, it seems. Maybe even progress down the tech tree a little bit. Or there's checking everywhere for anything. You never know what you're gonna find. You gotta check everything. Another hatchery. Yeah, he wants it. The man wants it. Alright, with gateways online, Templar coming on up here. Surrey should be able to break out of this contain. In quotes, I guess. Yeah, I guess calling it a contain is loose. But, eh. Alright, we are making many hydras. We got our drone count doing real good here. We got all the gas in the world. At least all the gas we could ever want. Alright. Speed lots are done. Means they can run down these hydras. I mean, there's 10 of them. He's kind of got to keep running. Alright. He's expecting... Okay, he's going to make a little L here for Spook to get out of. Alright, big zealot force coming in here. There's not a whole lot to stop them from just walking out in here and stepping all over your mineral line. The lurkers are coming up, but these zealots should be able to make their way on out of here. Yeah. They outie. Oh, we killed the cannons, but now the goons are just stuck there. And so everything is stuck behind them. You could just move. You don't need to kill another cannon, Surrey. Just consider opening up the path. Alright. We have no detection. We got. Oh no, it's back here. Okay. It does exist. Oh, some storms we just walk into. Bat, 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 bat. Alright, coming in here. We got a lot of hydras trading in. Is it enough? I don't know. The storms are really good. It is Oklahoma, which means it is storming. The storms are good. Woo-wee! We take a free Templar, though. Alright, next round of hydras. I would love to see return start taking up here. Like, take this base or take this base. We just need more. And this midnight hour, he cried more. More. Alright, yeah, we're gonna have to fall back and regroup. Ideally get a reasonable amount of units. Now we got +1. Rodas has 2-1 already. Damn! Look at this. Look at this Sim City. It's like he's playing like a Like a cannon defense or something, and then you turn off the lights and you stack all your cannons in here, in the middle bit. Yeah. Overlord confirms there is in fact an army there. Alright, observers come in. Unfortunately, our Overlord is dead, so we can't. Oh, Storm, no! Alright. Oh, well, that lurker had a real bad time. Alright, and then, yeah. We clean up the last straggling lurkers. +2 Hydras are pretty good, but not when you have less Hydras than they do Dragoons, you know? On top of the Zealots and High Templar. Like, his issue's a larva one at this point. It's not really a money one. He needs to drop like 3 hatcheries. Like 3 or 4 hatcheries over here. Yeah, he has said he's out of practice, though. You know? Oh, there we go. We finally got one of these movies. Alright. Oh, free Templar? Nope. Free Templar? 3. Free Templars are the best Templars. Holly, did you literally bark because he walked over? Girl. I was like, I woke up. I need to yell at someone about this. Holly wants to speak to the life manager because she woke up. Alright. You feeling better now, girl? Did you wake up from a bad dream or something? Aw, you're a good puppy. Yeah, the Protoss army is kind of tiny. You know? And trust me, no matter what you think, it really is about the size of your Protoss army that matters. So even it's just 8 goons, a couple Templar. Like, ain't no one gonna respect this. I mean, granted, sending in 6 Hydras isn't exactly a great way to deal with it either. Alright. He's gonna try and get up this ramp here. He is actually just gonna get up this ramp. Alright. Unfortunately, we don't have any Sunkens or anything up here. So, with all the army back here, and I mean by all the army, I mean 4 Hydras. Return, where's your supply, brother? And losing those hatcheries that's really bad for return here, because he really needs that larva. Look at his money. He just isn't able to spend his bank because he doesn't have the larva. A nice little wall of lurker eggs to stop Protoss from immediately coming in here. Hopefully enough to buy just a quick moment. But at this point, Suri's on 4 bases. And if Protoss is on 4 bases and you're only on 3, the game is definitely over. This is one of those. The game is long gone. good storm over here. Force the Hydra's back. It allows the Protoss to get in position here. You know he wants a juicy storm right in here. Come on, hit the button. Hit the button. Alright, we sacrifice the Templar. There it is. Total 4 drones. Hot. He's gonna get away. Run, Templar, run. Oh. For the record, if Surrey drops out at this point, it is still his win. Yeah, GG's. Like, yeah, you heard someone start talking on the phone, you immediately went and pulled the phone cord out, like, no, I'm about to win. But no, it's if he had dropped there, we still would have given him the point because let's be honest here, that game was well and truly over. And now she's back to being asleep. Crazy little girl. All right, guys. We're going to get game number 2 ready here. Waiting on our players. And do we, though? Do we actually miss it? All right. We are just waiting on them. Seriously, this is the first map I've ever taken off you. And that is the fun thing about CSL is the players have fun, you know? All right. Looks like our players are getting ready. Come on, give us the map. All right. And with the dogs asleep and the girls and the dogs asleep. With the dogs asleep and the boys taking their time making the map. I actually have to be able to fill this blank time. Ooh, look. Ooh. I gotta get like a yo-yo and just like, whoa, look at this. Confuse all the kids out there. All right, guys. The game is about to start, so I don't really have to BS anymore. We can just get right on into the next game. Here we go. Game number 2 is going to be on Radiant between Surrey and Return. Top left, guys, we've got Surrey Kata. Bottom right, we've got Return. All right, we have cross spawns. We'll see how they deal with this. All right. Let's see. I wonder if we're getting anything crazy. I doubt it. Not on this map. I feel like Surrey's not gonna do anything crazy. At least Return is way too much of a macro player to do anything crazy. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes here. Guys, once again, as we get into this game, make sure you check out the CSLAN website, platinumesports.com/CSLAN. It's coming up here in August. It's going to be the grand finals of IPSL, of course. But it is always, and forever will be, as long as we can handle it, open for anyone who wants to play. So make sure you show up. Make sure you come out. You have some great food. You have some great time. It's going to be a lot of fun. There will be food. There will be drinks. There will be StarCraft. I'm thinking about for, you know, a handful of individuals. Probably an invite-only thing, depending on who comes. But, you know, maybe doing like a grill out in the backyard. You have a bunch of people over in my house. Grill out. Have a few drinks. You know? The only way you can get invited to that is if you show up to CSLAN. You know? But yeah, it'll be good. We'll live stream the whole thing so I can write it off. This could be you, but it's not because you didn't come to CSLAN. Alright. Players finally realized it is cross map. Drone survives the cannon fire. Nice. We love that for him. There's only one settling. Not that many lanes can get anything done across the map, and not that Surrey would have to worry because of the rush distance time. So this is just gonna be macro games. There's nothing else to do at this point. We're taking the third hatch at the gas base. We are skipping the mineral only. Always smart. Need that gas. You got to get them mudas. If he was going to do some sort of Hydra bust, you know, it wouldn't matter nearly as much. Grabbing the gas only keeps Surrey guessing. Obviously, he's going for a layer here. So you never really know what could happen. We could see a Hydra den go down. A lurker bust. But we'll find out. Now the big brain play would be to have a drone just idling here, making it look like he's about to take that base. Well, not anymore. Now that the probe's going home, it doesn't matter nearly as much. But if you keep a drone here, and he's like, "Oh, let me see if you have this third base." He comes over here and he sees it. He's gonna dance around here a little bit. He's not going to come up and check here. Alright, layer's done. Haven't done anything with it though yet. Probe is still going strong. Good on him. It's throwing down more hatcheries. This is going to be like a 5-hatch Hydra play. Looks like from here. Not sure why I went layer first other than to just throw off everything for Surrey. Yeah, look, we're getting cannons in the mineral line. That's an extra 300-400 minerals spent. Didn't need to be. Keeps cannons away from the front. But if we're not going for a big Hydra bust time, I'm not sure if that matters. First Corsair's coming across here. Evo Chamber's coming on up. Oh, a bunch of Lings going across. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna pick off an Overlord here. Okay, Robo coming on up here. Archives. Nothing fancy. Suri's just happy to play the normal game. Fly blocks suck though. Losing Overlords like that. I am surprised he didn't at least go for a Spire to get Scourge. That's still pretty popular just to get a couple of Scourge and deal with the Corsairs. Because as these stack up, they're only going to get more annoying to deal with. Dive through there, but there's a few too many Hydras to get anything done there. Dive in here. We don't really want to deal with the natural because that's where all of the Hydras are definitely going to be. He's just macroing up. I don't know why Return wants to play on 3 bases so much. I think he needs to just mass expand. Like, Suri's obviously giving him the room to just take this base, take this base. You know, maybe even take another natural or a main even. I feel like there's so much he could be doing that he's just choosing not to because he wants to do these 3 base things. But although, from my lips to his ears, it seems, he's going to do something. Hopefully he can spend down that larva. He's got a lot of gas, but not much mineral. But I mean, being 2 gas, making only Hydras, you're gonna flow gas. I mean, Hydras are just not gas intensive. So, that's never gonna be the limiting factor in this scenario. He's gonna take another gas. Alright. We're gonna do that. We need lurkers. We need something. We need something that costs gas that we can make. Alright, Suri's going Zealot High Templar. A style that was popularized more in the meta a few years back. Yeah, maybe 4 years at this point. It's been a while. But honestly, it's a meta I've always enjoyed. I thought it was neat. It requires a lot of control because you're relying on your storms to do a lot of the work to break lurkers and such. But if you can do it well, it's a fun style. Alright, more hatcheries coming down immediately. Return would also stand to... I guess we're making a lot of lurkers now. I was saying you could stand to have a couple of Sunkets, but if you're going to have that many lurkers, does it really even matter? Lurkers are actually the best static defense. Although you absolutely could just put like your Queen's Nest or something right there. Alright. We got some goons, finally. Suri's in fact gooning right now. He's making his goon. There's a small pack of forward hydras to see what's coming. You know, it's like a canary in the coal mine, but, you know, it's out there checking if we're going to get stormed or not. Alright. 30? Like, I get return playing passively. I'm not a big fan of it, but I get it, right? After last game, just sit back and macro up. But it's... I don't understand Surrey being this passive. Alright. Very hard to get in any of these spots, so... Surrey just kind of bounces back. Not much you can do there. He's going to try and get some damage done here. A little pack of hydras, there's a chance. There we go, take down some cannon. If nothing else, we can trade out a little bit here. Not great, but we did get a high Templar for our troubles. So. This is much more the speed of Surrey as he... Well, I guess he's up to 170 APM. That's like 100 more than I expected. This is like an honorable gentleman's game. Oh, hello. This is who looks at their army first. Yeah, now that's coming online, immediately we go for this base. Try and get them extra expands. Alright, don't become your observer, or do. I'm not your dad. These hydras are just standing in the bad weather. Oh, that's going for not as great. That one's really good. That's gonna hurt, but we have so many hydras here. Guys, this could be StarCraft 2 that we're watching. Macro up, big armies, throw them at each other, and then whoever's left standing wins. Guys, are we actually watching StarCraft 2? There's still a lot of hydras here, so you can't really just dive this. Reinforcements coming on up here even. Alright, we're gonna try and get up here. You know what? If Return pulls all of his supply together, which he's working on, he absolutely has the numbers for it. Slow rolled like a croissant. Croissants are definitely like top 3 things to roll. For sure. Anyway, anyone else hungry? Alright, we're gonna break through this. There's a single DT. We actually don't have any overlords nearby, so. But even if you sacrifice all of your hydras, you've just knocked Protoss back to 2 bases, so it doesn't matter. Surrey knows GG is called, and with that, Return puts a point on the board. GG's, 1 each. Alright, let's see what we get for map number 3. Alright. Guys, game number 3 is going to be on. Ooh, generator. Sick. All right. This is where the fun begins. Return was listening to me say that you really can't cheese on this map. And then it's a good 9-hatch map. So let's see what he does with this, guys. Let's get right on into it. Spawning here in the top left, guys, we have Suri. And in the bottom right, we have Return. All right. I don't think we're getting any cheese. Probe's taking the long way down. All right. Minerals disappear in 6 seconds. See what Returned plan is here. Ah, there isn't one. Love it. Okay. Set up nice and well here. Okay. Suri going. Oh my lord. Is my mouse dying? You good, mouse? Hello? It's just acting up today, it seems. I'd prefer my mouse didn't die. I really love this mouse. Granted, I've had it for 4, 5, 6 years. It's probably due. But damn if it hasn't survived. Alright. Probe comes on in. Nothing fancy to see here. 9-hatch finishes up. We want blind cannon, obviously, because it's cross spawn. The late scout, we don't quite know what we're up against. Alright. Gonna run around here. Oh. Alright, 3rd hatch coming up here at the mineral only. Wings coming in for a little bit of a contain. We'll just sit out here, make sure no scouts get out, hopefully. Otherwise, it's gonna be a normal game. Next coming on up here, we got the cyber core clicking away. Oh, we actually got the probe. Nice. Oh no. Return, please. We weren't hold positioning our lings. That's incredibly unfortunate. That's not what we want. Alright, Overlord's counting. There's not that many probes here in the natural. Once again, Suri's probe production could always use a little bit of work. Alright, hatchery goes down. Alright. Nothing fancy here. Maybe even started like a Hydra den or anything. This is 5 hatch on spawning pool alone. That's crazy. Alright, so we have to make lings to deal with the zealot push, right? It is 3 zealots, so it's not a lot, but still something we'll have to deal with. Once again, return never built the sunken, but the fact that it would make his life significantly easier. But who needs easier? We're playing Brood War after all, ain't we? Alright. Good drill there. Breaks those zealots apart. Oh. Alright, 1 drone goes down for 3 zealots. Bit of lost mining time. Alright, a bit more lost mining time. I hope we're building more Overlords. Alright, layers cooking here. Alright, Temple Archive coming on up here. Gonna grab this Overlord. Layer's still not done yet. I'm just gonna send some lings across. Not sure what they're hoping to do, but if nothing else, they'll keep an eye out for anything moving out. You know, you want to spread them out a little bit, though. Seems a little unsure of what he wants to do here. Maybe he's hoping to disappear and then go for a counterattack, but there's 4 cannons here. You're not getting in there. So, we talked about return playing Battle Zerg. But there's an issue with that. He doesn't battle. In order to play Battle Zerg, you have to get out there and actually battle with him, right? If you're not doing that, you're not battling. We got some Hydras here. Storm should be done right about now, assuming his timing was crisp. Yeah, we're a little aggressive there. Storm's done. Oh, what a storm. If the Coursers weren't here, those Hydras would be dead. The only reason we accidentally moved out of that was because we wanted the Corsair. DT starts swiping away. Alright, we're gonna have to run back. And we have no overlords on the map at all currently. Oh, we made a goon prison. This is a very spacious cell, at least. Ain't nothing wrong with this one. Killing the Stargate is great. If Return knew about that, which he never will. But if he did, he'd just go for a quick muta switch. Alright, DT's here. High Templars are here. The Dank Templar, the Zealots, the Goons. Got the beans, the greens, potatoes, tomatoes. Alright, Evo goes down. We have no Hydras here, though. We have, what, 4 Hydras? And our reluctance to build any sort of static defense means that they will get right through this. Hey, look, a creep colony. It's a very hopeful Sunken. Alright, we're gonna try pushing here, but this this is a choke point. So we can just storm through this. The Protoss army isn't getting out, but oh my god! Storms like this. Is it fine? Oh, we kill an Overlord with Storm? Oh no. And drones are popping? Return, please. 19 kills on these 2 Templar. Alright. That storm doesn't kill anything, but it weakens them. DD comes through and just rips them apart. This base is fucked. Burp. Burp. Oh, my Templar. Alright, Surge's like, wait, why am I running? My army's better. I have an invisible dude. You guys got 12 killed. Alright, we're gonna use the Zealot to keep fighting. That was a storm choice. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, DT's gonna start slicing away at workers. Yeah, this might be a bad spot for Return. Guys, I'm starting to think Return's not winning this game. Yeah, this is no bueno. Alright, we have now broken this base. Zerg does have another 3rd base, but I mean, it's pretty anemic in terms of drone count. Alright, we're gonna just push into the natural with this. I don't even blame them. And run the DT around. Try and keep it out of sight of the unit. There's no overlords over here, so this can take down the Sunken pretty quickly, actually. Yeah, that Sunken did not last long. Oh, our poor boy. This is not what you want to see. Alright, Protoss might be overstaying his welcome, but at the same time, Trading out this army is still a win. And the Hydroden's down, so we can only make Ling. It's coming up in the third base, but yeah, GG's. Well played. Where is he? He has 32 kills. So, actually, yeah, I mean, oh, I accidentally hit the options, and then the game went blue bug. I was like, Blizzard, please. I just want to leave the game. Oh, man. Surrey's on match point. Not that match point's in the map pool, but he's on match point. All right. I wonder what map number 4 is going to be. Now, it's not over yet. We still have a decent chance for game 5, honestly. I think return, he's cooking. But honestly, we got the new maps played, and that's the important part. Love seeing games on the new maps. It does seem like they're playing very well. Reliquary and Generator, they seem to be doing very well as maps. However, after this, we are going back to a classic. We are going to Nightshade. Okay. Nightshade for game number 4. All right. We are just waiting for our players to get in the lobby and ready up. There they are. Well, we should probably run the ads before they start in the middle of the game. There we go. Ads now, so we don't have ads later. And returns joking because he forgot the password checking bug. It's it's very important that we get that password right. You gotta inspect it. Gotta check that password top to bottom. All right, guys, players are readying up. Soon, TM. All right, there we go. Players are ready, guys. Game number 4, Surikata versus Return on Nightshade starts now. Spawning here in the top left-hand side. With the yellow drones, we've got Return. Bottom right, guys, we've got Surikata. And honestly, these are a little too similar for my liking. We got to make sure this game is watchable on mobile. They do keep getting cross-map. Alright. Let's see. Let's see what they come up with. This is a much more normal map. So Surrey checking for the Overlord. He's done this before. He goes in there. He's like, eh. Comes back, drops the torch. We'll see what we get out of these two. Like, I guess Return's really a big fan of the 9 pool. I don't know. I feel like on a 4-player map, 9 pool is just non-optimal way to play. You know? Like, I just feel like, I guess to be fair, last game he did an early hatch and then lost the game. But I don't feel like that's. Yeah, I don't feel like his losses are due to his early hatches. In fact, I feel like the early hatch might help him out a little bit more. Alright. I guess he's got a 9 pull speed? On a cross map? Oh, this ain't good. Well, chat, congrats to Surrey. We can all go eat dinner a little bit earlier, it seems. Sorry, drop the gateway. He's gonna drop the nexus, knowing that there's slings on the way. That madman. Alright. Good body blocking. 2 lings still make it into the main. 4 lings make it into the main. That's a scary amount of lings to make it into the main. Oop, alright. 2 probes for a ling. What a trade. Yeah, it's not a great spot for a cannon, admittedly. So, fun fact, you're supposed to put the cannon here, right? Normally. Like, you're supposed to put it on top of, this is gonna really ruin your mining here. You're supposed to put it directly next to the nexus. Lings can slide up between the nexus and the cannon. That is a gap. Alright, so behind this, we did drop our hatchery. We have been droning. It is not as bad as it could be. Alright. Bro just gets bop, 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 bop. He's gonna sit out here with some link. He's making more link. You think he's gonna actually speedling all it? No, he's making drones. Okay. I'm gonna say, like, that would be really bad, wouldn't it? What's up? Hello? Please? Please? Alright. Well, we got a few links here. There's actually a world where, like, we could run in here. Because there's nothing in the gap right now. Oh. He's gonna break his way in. Run right in the gap. He runs right through the gap anyways. Alright, well, we're just gonna kill that cannon. Cool. Alright, 2 probes going down, 3 probes going down. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why are we stabbing our own probe? Whoa. Oh, now we're attacking our own cyber core. Oh, Suri is not happy about these probes, or these lings. Yeah. Alright, we will clean them up. We only lost a couple of probes, but still. Alright, if Return's gonna win a game, hopefully it's this one. Well, I should say, if he's gonna win a game, it actually has to be this one because, well, this is a match point. If he doesn't win this, it's over. The Lings have done a fair bit of damage. The naturals, you know, not mining. So, like I said, there is a bit of a chance here still. I guess what he's gonna follow it up with? It's gotta be Hydras, right? But once again, he hasn't actually built a Hydra den. What do we do in return? Suri stuck at 34 out of 34. Building 2 cannons, saying, fuck it. You're not getting in here again. Not this time. Alright. He's actually even over making creeps at this point. We have finally hard pivoted. Alright. Three zealots. They saw what they needed to see. Time to go home. Maybe. They might not go home yet. Unfortunately for them, that's all they're ever gonna do. Oh, what spores? I am. Okay, what the hell are you? What is my mouse doing? Hello? My mouse just dragged to the bottom corner and I moved it up and it wouldn't move. Alright, hang on. I'm gonna actually have to look at this. Hopefully after this game. Hopefully it behaves a little bit better. Not again. Alright. Yeah, I don't understand. Honestly, it feels like someone's just trying to mess with me. Alright. The Hydra Den just now. Double Hydra Den. Alright. Twice the den, double the Hydras. That's what Count Dooku said, right? Star Wars. Our drone count is so good. It's actually kind of nuts. Probe count's pretty okay. All things considered how this game started. We'll see. Now that the Hydras are coming online, there's potential. I was gonna say I'd love to see him expand, but okay, never mind. This drone is not gonna go expand. Like, he should be taking this base right now and then just like hatch. Yeah, like this. Like this. You know the words of Aerosmith? Like this. Alright, we got our Templar. Everything's going pretty normally. Corsairs scouting, they'll see this hatchery coming down. The Hydra numbers are starting to get up there. These 5 Zealots will not find any purchase unless all the Hydras leave. In which case they might get something done. If everything leaves. Oh, unless they decide to attack into the Hydras. Even 7 Zealots. Yeah, that's not a fight you can win. God, look at the drone count. He definitely has more drones than Suri has probes. That's a definite. That's not a. It looks like. No, that's a he does. So many drones, man. He's gonna do the thing that Zergs never do and transfer drones from base to base. You grab like, you know, a few of these guys. Bop bop bop. Send them over. Oh. Yeah, guys, I think we might be going to game 5. Yeah. We might be going to game 5 here, unless we have some generational storm. Oh, we are going to sandwich the army here. Okay. One storm's incredibly good. That storm is not as good. These storms are not as good. Alright. Storms are not that good, chat. Chat, this might not be good. Alright, this guy's got a storm. The probes are running. Probes are exploding. If we lose this third nexus, yeah, that's not good. Return is so rich. And Suri is not. Alright, he's got to break his wall to get out. He's doing it as Zerg knocking down his front door. Double kill on the observers. That's not the thing you're supposed to double kill with a storm. Is this Fridge? I miss the days of Fridge playing. I mean, just macro. From here, you just got to macro up. And just keep making a couple more rounds of Hydras. This base is coming online. Take another base. Take this base, you know. Yeah, this falls under the win ahead, get ahead moment, right? Go ahead and take this main base and this natural at the same time. Double expand. Just make it look good, man. Alright, this time we have Overlord, so the DT will die. Alright. And as the Zerg army rolls in here, we pick off the other Titan Templar. There is no storms here. We have like triple the supply for Hydras. GG's. We're going to game 5. Here we go, chat. Game number 5. We're getting it. Even if this thing doesn't want to comply. Even if this guy wants to throw a problem. It needs them for next game, guys. The minerals are for next game. Don't worry. Now they're just so asleep. Look at that belly. Look at that belly. I've owned this mouse for probably 6 years, 7 years. I'm pretty sure I bought it before I moved to Oklahoma. I have to think about it. When did I buy you? It's been a long time. The pads are worn. This thing's beat to all hell, you know. But it keeps on keeping on, you know. So for legal reasons, we are a Razer affiliate, so you should buy a Razer product. However, this G Pro wireless has seen some serious things. I love my wireless mouse. See, I would have bought this, 20 or 21. I would have bought this because I remember I was talking with Loco, the StarCraft 2 caster, about it, and we were going over it because we were talking about like what different pros use. And Cyril uses the G Pro wireless, and Loco bought it, and he's like, "Oh, it's great." And I'm like, "You know what? Why not? Why shouldn't I buy it?" And so I did. But you know what else we did? We got into game number 5 while I was rambling. So in the lower right-hand side, guys, we have return. And in the 12 o'clock position, we have Surikata. This is for all of them marbles. So many marbles for in play here. And they're playing for all of them. Let's see. Is Suri gonna try something crazy, or is he gonna play another standard game? Nope. I'm curious if you open with a gate first. I don't think it's good because return always opens 9. Wait. Is this a 6 pool? Hello? This is a 5 pool or a 6 pool? I wasn't looking directly at the 20 pool, but... Oh, return. Oh, he's not even going to get scouted first. This is beautiful. Alright, so you're sending your Overlord this way, which means you've got to send the Lings this way. Always send your Lings up. Oh, he's gonna extractor trick another set of Lings. Oh, that's so hot. Oh, it's so hot. Oh, man's hot. Well, I don't know if that's related, but yeah, Serge's gonna see that and go, huh? Yeah. This is... I'm here for it. I obviously know it's a real build. But it's just crazy to see him pull it out at this point. Oh, we can get the pulse around on the cannon. Oh, why don't we go for the cannon? We could have killed that cannon. I mean, yeah, I don't know why we waited either. But I don't know. The last time I saw someone open up with a quick pool do something like this, Hexy ended up killing Vince's main Nexus, and it was hilarious. That was a 9-pool speed build on not match point. I don't think we're gonna get that lucky. Oh no. Suri, get off the phone! Ah, he's using the Julian strategy of lag. Alright. Yeah, welcome to Brood War. I mean, there's no way he actually killed the Nexus, right? There is actually a way, and it would be hilarious to watch. It's not gonna happen, but that's a lot of damage on the Nexus. Alright. Run around here. Not much this probe can do, or this blink can do, other than being annoying. Honestly, you shouldn't even look at it. You should just be shift clicking around. Because beyond this, yeah, we're dropping our third hatch. Like, the drone count's incredibly anemic, but at the same time, so is the probe count. The Nexus is just really starting. This is huge, actually. Oh, he finally got it. I think, yeah, this is gonna be good for, this is fine for return. I think Suri is so delayed that, like, the gateway just went down. There's been no combat units this whole time. Right? Like, the Nexus is so delayed. The gateway's just starting. Yeah, I think return might be taking home another medal for Sweden. He really wants it, at least. He wants that gold medal, take it home, back to Sweden. And you talk about being top 2 Swedish Zergs. Because, of course, we can't forget about Napoleon. The best Swedish Zerg. I actually don't remember how many gold medals. After this, we'll look it up on Wikipedia. How many gold medals return has in CSL. Man's got several. Probably 7 or 8 if I had to guess. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, he's got to have close to that. Alright, Stargate just now coming up. I don't think we're going to have Storm by 8:30, guys. Call it a hunch. Safety cannon coming on up here. In case there's muters. Come on. It's return. He doesn't know what the muta button is in this matchup. Let's see what he does, though. I am curious how he's going to follow it up. Obviously, it's Hydras. He goes Goon to get rid of the Overlord. Nice. This is classic. Bye, Overlord. They're just happy as can be. We're on 3 bases. We're getting our drone count healthy. We can start that Hydra production now. Alright. We should have a temple archive? Somewhere? No, apparently we don't. Alright. Corsair's getting the scalp, but... Oh, popping Overlords in front of a Corsair while having Hydras is just like, oh, you want the chicken? You want the chicken? Ah, no. Get wrecked. Alright. Look at this. We're still making drones here. Wait, why are we sending a bunch from the main out if we're gonna then just put these in the main? Decisions have been made. Alright, Temple Archive is up here. We should expect storm soon, but there's still that thick pre-storm timing that we'll have, simply because of how delayed it is. Alright, we're chasing this down. We should be able to go for a nice little Hydra bust here. We've got the numbers. Is it Storm? We got some time before Storm is done. I will never understand Zergs that are greedy enough to try and dive the cannon while the wall is still up. Because then all your Hydras are just bouncing around in the back line. You have like 3 that are shooting at the cannon. I'll never understand it. It's so greedy. Take down the wall. Then you get inside and kill everything. Like, you know? +1 finishes. Corsairs are looking for an Overlord, but there's not really one to find. Not over here. There might be enough to run in and click down a cannon and get back before the Zealots get out. And then you can try and trade out with the Zealots. But I would love to see, you know, like these guys come up and join the fight before we did that. Alright, here comes the Invisible Man. Alright, we're gonna have to get out of here. Unfortunately, there's no Overlord. Oh, I found all the Overlords, by the way. Now, if only we had a flying unit that did a bunch of splash damage. Can you imagine? Alright. Robo coming down here. More gates. Surrey gonna try and get a 3rd base online at the 11-minute mark. 4th base is already up and running for return. So, it feels good. It feels good for return right now, for sure. I would love to see us be more active. We are going to make our lurkers. Yeah, I would love to see us be more active once we have them. You know, try and burrow up here, push the Hydras in here. You have this fallback point, you know. Surrey continuously patrolling with the Corsair, making sure no Overlords come in. That allows the DT to still keep everything at bay. It's a very good play. More hatch. Here we go. What if we just YOLO on in? There ain't no observers here. Yeah, this is looking good. Alright, storms go down, but oh, that's a good one. But there goes your High Templar. Alright, he needs to come up here and find the space and break it. I mean, granted, no probe transfers coming here is fine enough, but we're gonna lose so many Hydras because he built so many cannons up here. And the DT, of course. Yeah, just burrow the lurkers like back here or something. It's fine. No, 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 no. Wrong way. Oh, it doesn't matter. Never mind. Doesn't really matter. Anyone can. All right. We have like nothing in this contain though. Like we just kind of like moved everything away. Lost a bunch trying to break this, which we do break. But you know what? That's kind of worth it. We killed what? 5, 6 cannons. That's worth it. All right. Zerg. Yeah, we're still on layer tech. We're still doing that. Protoss. Got a fair amount of gates. 8 gates. Not a lot of money though. Yeah, guys. I think return's gonna do it here. We're coming in. There was only the one Templar. This is it, guys. GG is called. Suri taps out and return takes the series. That's our boy. Taking it home for Sweden. That's our boy. All right, real quick here, what we're gonna do. Oh, that's not actually the button I wanted to click. There we go. We're gonna go up ahead and pull up Liquipedia. We're gonna go ahead and switch over to this. Congrats, return. This is the one. Yeah, we see returns in there a few times. Returns always in there. All right, by country. He's won 14. Really? He's only won 4 golds? Damn, Y2 Kid has more wins than him. That's unfortunate. Wait, who are the other? Oh, Curiosity played. That's who it is. But return looking good here. This is adding another gold. That puts him right up into 3rd place. Puts him tied with Javi. Actually, he's going to go above Javi because he's got more medals. So, yeah, he should go above Javi. Right into 2nd place. Right behind Y2 Kid. Beating out Ponger. Beating out Fear. Beating out Javi. Too good to play. Too good to play. Gave up on StarCraft. I hope he's doing good. But guys, this is an incredible day in the return household. Unfortunate for our boy Suri, but GG's indeed. All right, friends, that's about it for me today. We're going to go ahead and show the love on to somebody else, and then I'm going to go eat dinner because I'm kind of hungry. Guys, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate all of you. It's always fantastic to have you. GG's to Suri to return. GG's, guys. That's about all I got. Brain out. Brain is out of energy. Until next time. Peace.